Yes, art has changed a lot. Let's say I am in art in 30 years. Let me look back 30 years ago. We have the year 1960. In 1960, I happened to live in the city of Kassel. You might know Kassel is the city where every 4 years the greatest documentation on art life on the world is presented in a giant exhibition which is called the Documenta. So in those years I was always going to this Documenta every day and every afternoon and every night. We were spending there and looking at everything, and there every 4 years you had the great impression how he changes and how rapidly. Like 30 years ago it was still very substantial, not so abstract. It was still not so very aggressive. It was not so political yet. And then later on it became very, very environmental and political and aggressive and what I want to say, black strokes of brushes on giant canvases, or what I remember, a live rabbit, a white live rabbit sitting in a big hall in the residence over there in Kassel, and on the ground was acres of dirt, like it was made an acre, real live acre of dirt, and the rabbit was supposed to run to and fro, and that was already in the 60s or in art in Kassel. And then every 4 years it changed to my feeling not for the best.
Heli Hofmann's studio and living areas are divided on 2 levels. This living arrangement is located downstairs, and the studio work area is on the upper level. The colors Heli sometimes uses in her paintings were incorporated into both her living and working environments.
Three-dimensional art is plasticity, it's three-dimensional, it's shape and shades and illumination of a shape, of a boulder, of a cut stone, of a piece of wood, which is molded and done over and over again, and which can be put in different light and shades positions. Yet that's what I think I like most. I don't think any talent for sculpturing, but I wish I would have talent for sculpturing. But in painting, if you ask me what is my predilection in painting, my favorites are the expressionists. What do I see is the next step in the art world. In the art world, well, right now the art world we have to really divide in 2 steps. One is the economic, financial artwork, which I just mentioned, and the other one is really art as such, and art per se. In the economic development of art, I think that the culminate has been already reached in these days, in these years now, in the early 90s. I think it cannot go forever. I have been speaking to many gallerists in Europe, and they say it just cannot explode like this. It has been exploded in the last 10 years enormously, economically. 30 years ago, I painted on a horizontal surface. I didn't have an easel. I was painting out of the garage and on the kitchen counter. I was painting with my little children, sitting there at the windowsill, at the window bench. I was painting very, very humidly with a lot of acrylic and let the colors just float in, and every once in a while I would turn the painting, the canvas, so that the colors would run into each other, creating landscapes or flower formations. It was very thrilling to see, because I could never really know and predict what's going to be. The painting, so to speak, was painting itself. I was doing acrylics and I was doing a lot of humid work and on a horizontal base. Now, 30 years later, I am upright position. I have an easel, or I sit or I stand. Mostly I sit, and I do preferably oils. Sometimes I take acrylics. I totally forgot about watercolors, and the medium is only oil. How do I see my own work? Well, I see it bold, very, very bold, bright. I use these bold, bright, expressionistic colors. I consider it vivid, alive, and happy. Yes, I consider my artwork happy. At least people keep telling me, oh, they have this feeling of vivaciousness and energy and aliveness. And I consider them as well, on the other side, peaceful. They're not aggressive in a way. I do not do anything aggressive in them. Not a wild struck brush through the whole thing, nor my themes are not aggressive either. And peaceful, I think, bold and peaceful. I make still lifes, I make landscapes. I went through the whole range, like almost every painter goes through the whole range of objects and settings. I do like to make faces because I find you can put so much expression into a face. Yeah. It's because I like expressionists. I like to express in colors, both in colors and in shape, and I like to bring the personality out of it. It's of an image, of a person, yeah? And that's why I do faces quite a lot. I want to say they come very, very easy to me, you know? Very, very easy. And if I have a Saturday free and a Sunday and a Monday to work, and they say, well, today is 3 days in a row, what do I do? The first thing is face, because I have done quite a lot, and I don't have to develop so much anxiety with a blank canvas. But of course I have to train myself to do other things, and now I'm training more in still lifes, and you know, and eventually do some abstract things.